high steel. The president exercises authority from the people as it is happening at the moment. Just when will this uncertainty end? Because look, investments are dipping. The economic crisis in the country is one that Kenyans are unable at the moment to fathom. Investors can't have the heart to invest again in the country, and it's staining our reputation amongst the community of nations. Just when will the political establishment understand the need for sanity and stability for this country to progress?
I guess you are addressing the question to the wrong person. You are actually dealing with the victim. And that question should be put squarely to Mr. Ruto and Mr. Gachagua. Because as you see, we ourselves are using the only tool available to us to talk to these people. We even offered to negotiate. We even appointed a team of negotiators. And you saw what they did, despite appointing one of our members as their representative. And they did that on purpose. They did not want to have any negotiations. We've said that we are very ready to engage constructively in negotiations, but they have not shown any good faith in offering to negotiate. At times, they've just been trying to buy time here and there. And that's why we actually resorting to this. This is the only option that's available to us. But for your information also, and for the information of the media generally, we have received very credible information that they are again planning tomorrow to go back to the Jubilee headquarters, to invade Jubilee headquarters with goons, to try to take it over. On the one hand, Mr. Ruto has been saying that he wants to see a strong opposition. That's why they've been saying that they want to create a position of a leader of opposition in parliament. At the same time, he's trying to cannibalize opposition. He's moving out to buy out members of parliament from the opposition to reduce the strength of opposition in parliament. He's also trying to take over political parties in the opposition. Jubilee is a member of Azimio coalition. They're signatory to the Azimio coalition, and their leadership is not in dispute. Those who try to carry out a coup in Jubilee were told by the courts that they should use internal mechanisms to resolve those problems. And according to the information that we have, Jubilee has actually called NDC, National Delegates Convention. Why don't they wait for that? Why in the hurry to try to take over Jubilee by force? This basically shows you that people who are hell-bent on trying to return this country to a single-party dictatorship, which we came from those other days. So we are people who are defending the gains which have been made by the people of Kenya. We will not sit down and watch them try to do it. We will resist. And that's why we are here.
Thank you. My name is Duncan Haimba from NTV. Two quick questions. One, those in government are accusing Azimio, the chairman of Azimio Council, that's retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, and yourself and the team as out to cause anarchy, and they read his involvement and your involvement long after you had accepted and moved on in court. And then all of a sudden, so they are saying this is a recipe for anarchy. And secondly, when you launched the MDD, Movement for Defense for Democracy, your position was very clear that you no longer recognize President William Ruto as president. Now, you've said the petition tomorrow among the places will be is to deliver a petition to him. When did the position change that now you recognize him as president? Thank you.
I did not say that I'm presenting a petition to Mr. Ruto. I said we are presenting a petition to office of the president, because that office exists objectively. is there. That's why we are making a presentation there. And what we are saying there is that we're asking them to ensure that the Constitution is respected, that they do not try to cannibalize political parties. We're also going to the Treasury and making a presentation that they should release funds to the county governments. Because as you can see, they are trying to kill devolution by refusing to transfer funds to the county governments. So operations in most of the, almost all county governments have actually ground to a halt. They're just raising money through loans from banks to pay salaries to staff who are actually doing nothing at all. Then we say we are going to the IBC as an office to make a presentation to them. One, to agree that servers should be audited. They should allow the auditing of the servers. Why are we all of a sudden, you're saying we have changed our minds? Yes, as you know, the elections were done. The ballot papers were counted. Then the results were announced. But you remember, that's where there was the controversy. When they announced the results, 4 out of 7 members of that commission disagreed with the results which the chairman was announcing. The chairman and the 2 others were in minority. Majority of the members of that commission disagreed with the results which were announced. But we, however, let it go. But after that, months thereafter, 3 months later, new information came to light, which showed that in fact the information that was released by Mr. Chebukati did not represent the facts, that the 4 commissioners were right in disagreeing with Mr. Chebukati. And that's the reason why we are saying we need to have the servers audited. Why are we doing it? We're not only doing it because we want to take power, but we want to ensure that next time around Kenyans go to an election, there will be no monkey business. Because if this is not properly audited and concluded satisfactorily, Kenyans will not go to the polls. Why do you go to an election when results are announced arbitrarily by the chairman? And then we are also insisting that the 4 members of the commission need to be reinstated. Why? The only crime was because they disagreed with the chairman on the results. But if that is not corrected, it will mean that in the future, no member of a commission can disagree with the chairman, because they will fear that they will be expelled after the elections. So we are insisting that these people did not commit a crime. They were members of an independent commission, and they are performing their duties, which included agreeing or disagreeing with the results announced by the chairman. So we are saying that these Kenyans should not be condemned to misery the rest of their lives. They committed no crime, and therefore they need to be reinstated. That we do not believe is an unreasonable demand. And then we are talking about the cost of living of our people, which is so high and unbearable. You saw even today when the president asked them about the price of unga,